Hello friends, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Poonam Chawla, an assistant professor with Maharaja Agrasen Institute of Management Studies in Rohini. Today we are going to discuss the interesting subject of models of training evaluation. The learning outcomes associated are introduction to evaluation, models for training evaluation, benefits of training evaluation, followed by the summary. Once you are through with this module, the students will be able to understand the evaluation of training, understanding models for training evaluation, and understanding benefits of training evaluation. Now, let us start with the introduction. What is evaluation? Evaluation is an integral part of most instructional design models. Evaluation tools and methodologies help determine the effectiveness of instructional intervention. Despite its importance, there is evidence that evaluation of training programs is often either inconsistent or missing. Evaluation goals involve multiple purposes at different levels. These purposes include evaluation of student learning, evaluation of instructional materials, transfer of training, return on investment, and so on and so forth. Attaining these multiple purposes may require the collaboration of different people in different parts of an organization. Very few take it to the level to increase business results. Types of models of EOT. There are different models to evaluate training. Still, training evaluation is the weakest and most underdeveloped aspect of training. There are a number of issues which lead to ignorance of evaluation as well as faced in the course of evaluation. It causes expenses that can be ill afforded in a constrained financial area, and also it takes time to practice. There are several reasons for underdeveloped evaluation. They are: evaluation means different things to different people. It is perceived to be difficult, tedious, and time consuming task which trainers do not like to pursue. People tend to assume that training will simply work. Trainers feel threatened by the prospect of an objective evaluation of training and its outcome. Scholar states that the main reason for failure of evaluation are inadequate planning, lack of objectivity, evaluation, error of some sort, improper interpretation, and inappropriate use of results. Other issues are failure to train the evaluators on the techniques of evaluation, inappropriate data gathering, instrument and focus on unimportant details. The main reason for failure of evaluation are inadequate planning, lack of objectivity, evaluation errors of some sort, improper interpretation, and inappropriate use of results. There are various models that are used by firms to evaluate training effectiveness according to the nature and budget of the business. Some of the commonly used models are Kirkpatrick, CIPP model, CIRO model, Phillips evaluation model, and other training approaches and models. Let's discuss these models now. Kirkpatrick model. This model was introduced in 1959 by Donald Kirkpatrick. This is a very popular model which focuses on measuring four kinds of outcomes, or it can be said that outcomes at four levels that should result from a highly effective training program. Kirkpatrick divided the evaluation model into four parts: reaction, learning behavior, and results. Reaction would evaluate how participants feel about the program they attended. The learning would evaluate the extent to which the trainees learned the information and skill. The behavior would evaluate the extent to which their job behavior has changed as a result of attending the training. The results would evaluate the extent to which the results have affected the training program. According to a survey by American Society for Training and Development, the Kirkpatrick 4-level evaluation approach is the most commonly used evaluation framework among benchmarking forum companies. The main advantage and strength of Kirkpatrick evaluation approach is the focus on behavioral outcomes of the learners involved in the training. This gives the Kirkpatrick model of evaluation: level 1 reaction, level 2 learning, level 3 behavior and level 4 results. The detailed examination of the above mentioned model is as follows. Kirkpatrick reaction level. Program evaluation involves two general approaches. One is formative evaluation, which is also known as internal and summative evaluation, and it is sometimes also called as external evaluation. Reaction evaluation is a type of formative evaluation where the results are used for program modification and redesigning of program contents, course material and presentations. Reaction can also be summative in nature. In such cases, the goal of reaction evaluation is to determine the value, effectiveness or efficiency of a training program. Summative evaluation provides program decision makers and potential customers with judgments about a program's worth or merit. The main purpose of reaction evaluation is to enhance the quality of training program, which in turn leads to improved performance by measuring the participants' reaction to training program. Learning evaluation at this level wants to differentiate between what they already know prior to the training and what they actually learned during the training program. Learning in evaluation is the measurement of the increase in the knowledge or the intellectual capability. Learning outcomes may include the changes in knowledge, skill or attitude. The evaluation should focus on measuring the learning objectives. So, we will have a pre-test before training and a post-test after training. Tools and methods which can be used in evaluating learning level are assessment, test interviews or observations. Behavioral level. Behavior evaluation is the extent to which the trainees applied the learning and changed their behavior, and this can be immediately or after several months of training. It depends totally on the situation. This level evaluation wants to measure the transfer that has occurred in the learner's job behavior. This performance testing is to indicate the learner's skill to apply what he has learned in the classroom. It involves testing the capability of the participant to perform learned skills while on the job. Change in the job behavior is very difficult to measure because people change in different ways at different moments, different times, and also it is difficult to quantify and interpret their reaction and learning evaluation. The opinion of the trainees in the form of self-assessment or 360-degree feedback is a useful and plausible method to evaluate this level. The next level is result level. Result level evaluation is the effect on the business or environment resulting from the improved performance of the trainee. Level 4 outcomes are not limited return on training investment. It can also include other major results that contribute to the well functioning of an organization. The intention at this level is to assess the cost versus benefits of training program, that is organizational impact in terms of reduced costs, improved quality of work, higher productivity, reduction in turnover, improved human relations, enhanced sales, less grievances, lower absenteeism rate, higher work morale and motivation, less number of accidents and greater job satisfaction. Let us now discuss the CIPP evaluation model. CIPP model of program evaluation is developed by Daniel L. Stufflebeam in the year 1983. It refers to 4 phases of evaluation: context evaluation, input evaluation, process evaluation and product evaluation. It is based upon the view that the most important purpose of evaluation is to improve the functioning of the program. A pictorial representation of CIPP model is given in this slide. Let us discuss context evaluation. Context evaluation involves evaluation of training and development need, analysis and formulating objectives in the light of these needs. It is aimed at determining the extent to which the goals and objectives of the program matched the assessed needs of the organization. Whether need assessment is accurately identified an actual and legitimate need of organization and relevant work culture. Context evaluation is part and parcel of the work undertaken by employees in an organization. Second is input evaluation. Input evaluation involves examination of the intended content of the program. Now, an input evaluation is an assessment of the program's action plans. It helps in prescribing the specific activities and strategies and procedures to ensure that the best approach has been chosen in terms of need assessment and goals and objectives that have been identified are fulfilled properly. Process evaluation. A process evaluation is the critical aspect of program implementation. It involves evaluation of preparation of reaction sheets, rating scales and analysis of relevant records. Process evaluation is a continual assessment of the implementation of the action plan that has been developed by the organization. It is an ongoing and systematic monitoring of the program. A process evaluation provides information that can be used to guide the implementation of program strategies, procedures and activities, as well as it is a means to identify success and failures. The objectives of process evaluation are: number 1, to provide feedback to the organization and their employees about the extent to which the activities are on schedule and are being carried out as planned and using time and resources in an efficient manner. Secondly, the purpose is to provide guidance for modifying or explicating the program action plan as needed, particularly since not all aspects of the plan can be anticipated or planned in advance. To assess periodically the extent to which program personnel are performing their roles and carrying out their responsibilities. Lastly, to provide an extension record of the programs and how it was implemented and it compares to what was intended. product evaluation. It is concerned with measuring and interpreting the attainment of training and development objectives. In other words, it can be said that the purpose of product evaluation is to measure, interpret and judge the extent to which an organization's improvement efforts have achieved their short-term and long-term goals. It also investigates both intended and unintended consequences of improvement efforts. CIRO model. In 1970, the CIRO model for the evaluation of managerial training was proposed. This model was based on the evaluation of four aspects of training: context, input, reaction and outcomes. The CRO model focuses on measurement of both before and after the training has been carried out. The main strength of the CIRO model is that the objectives and the training equipments are considered. Context evaluation focuses on factors such as identification of training needs and settling of objectives in accordance with the organizational culture and climate. Reaction evaluation looks at gaining and using information about the quality of training experience. Outcome evaluation focuses on the achievement gained from the activity and is assessed at three levels: immediate, intermediate and ultimate evaluation. Immediate evaluation attempts to measure changes in knowledge, skills or attitude before a trainee returns to the job. According to Santos and Stewart, intermediate evaluation refers to the impact of training on the job performance and how learning is transferred back into the workplace. Evaluation attempts to assess the impact of training on organizational performance in terms of overall results. CIRO model can be seen here: context, input, reaction, outcomes. Outcomes are immediate, intermediate and ultimate outcome, or cognitive outcome, skill based outcome and affective outcome. Phillips evaluation model. In the past decade, training professionals have been challenged to provide evidence of how training financially contributes to business. Phillips suggested adding another level to Kirkpatrick's four-level evaluation approach, that is, to calculate the return on investment which was generated by training. James and Roth said Phillips' five-level evaluation approach translates the worth of training into monetary value, which in fact addresses return on investment. Phillips' framework provides trainers a logical framework to view ROI both from human performance perspective and business outcome perspective. Benefits of training evaluation. Evaluation ensures that the training is able to fill the competency gaps within the organization in a very cost-effective manner. This is especially very important in wake of the fact that organizations are trying to cut costs and enhance themselves globally. Some of the benefits that can be associated to training evaluation are: number one, evaluation ensures accountability. Check the cost. Evaluation ensures that the training programs are effective in improving the work quality or employee behavior or their attitude, or it develops their skill within a certain number of budget. Feedback to the trainer. Evaluation also acts as a feedback to the trainer and the complete training process. Let us look at the summary of the complete module. Different approaches to evaluation of training discussed herein indicate that the activities involved in evaluation of training are complex and are not always very well structured. Evaluation activities involve multiple goals which are associated with multiple levels. Evaluation should perhaps be viewed as a collaborative activity between training managers, trainers, floor managers, training designers and possibly others. Considering the need for use of internal resources and personnel in organizations, we can provide expert support and guidance and enhance the power and efficiency of evaluation. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the module and understood it well.